she's just gonna nod. She has no comment. Though every ounce of her wants to ask why he made a deal if they were told not to make deals with the Fae. Mm, mm, mm. Soft pleading in the back of her mind. Ooh, ooh. Brain's got hands. This is so difficult.
Are you gonna throw hands?
No, you throw hands with her brain. Um,
So when you're doing this, right? When you're doing this in general, are you like showing like signs of this happening?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. In general moments like this, I'll do better about explaining this.
That's okay.
And making sure that everyone knows. Visibly, absolutely. Like her hair loses all form. So she's extremely nervous, thinking, internal spiraling of like how to continue this conversation and how to.
Are you sitting like fully turned towards? Are you sitting like fully turned towards Ogeth?
That's a good question. Yeah, I feel like she would want to face him. She's one that likes to face who she's talking to.
Okay, as you do that, right? As you like go about that, as you do that, what'll happen is that you feel a hand on your shoulder as Ellie puts her hand on your shoulder and is basically like, don't worry about Ogeth. He's an odd one. Don't let him intimidate you.
Oh goodness. She's going to turn to Ellie, very surprised that she's even like remotely talking to her. She's like, okay, thought you were gonna hate me. But she'll say to Ellie, very softly, that she just remembers being told not to make deals with the Fae. So that sounds very upsetting to her.
I feel like I'm putting you through some like RP emotional roller coaster with these characters.
Absolutely, yeah. First it was the crazy ass wisdom check, and now it's here. This lady that you feel like you're traumatized with. Here's some added trauma that you're just so scared of putting on her as a cleric who doesn't want to make people upset.
Ellie kind of like gives like a half smile to you, and goes, and it's just like it's okay. He doesn't bite. Whether or not he shows it, he always viewed himself as the hero of the story. Ogeth kind of like, so like you see like Ogeth's tail like kind of like swish back and forth. I don't know if you guys know too much about like the Dragonborn types, but like, you know, a lot of personalities shown through the tail.
Yeah.
Or not Dragonborn, but you know what I mean. Dragon.
Yeah.
Ellie kind of just like even though she looks to be like, you know, in like a real distraught moment, she like cracks like what looks like to be like a half smile.
The relief on her face of even Ellie showing any form of like positive emotion towards her, Momo would absolutely cry if she also wasn't just trying to balance this social situation. So she's going to turn back to Ogeth and just nod and thank him for what little information he was able to disclose. Oh gosh.
As you go to as he like looks surprised that you're like not pressing him further, he like shrugs and goes off, and he just starts to walk back upstairs. And as he's walking up the stairs, right, you just see Jorah kind of like look at you, and he goes, "Hey kid, watch this."
No.
And he snaps his fingers, and as you hear him go up the stairs, you just hear dunk 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 dunk. And Ogeth just yells, "You!" And then he just starts cursing in like a tongue that you've never heard before.
Oh my goodness.
Loud expletives. Actually, do you know like Draconic?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me go check my sheet. I don't know if
Does
that's
anybody here know Draconic?
one. Yeah,
Except
can
for
anybody decipher this? What's
Does
going
anybody
on?
want to decipher the curse words?
Nope. Just Dwarvish, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay.
Yeah, I only know Celestial, Elvish, and Primordial.
The
Dang!
fact that you know Celestial is kind of crazy. Let's be honest.
I know, right?
You talk to literal gods, but you don't even know how to hear a dragon cursing? Come on.
I know, right?
That's some like beta shit. Come on. All right. I apologize for calling Momo beta. Alrighty, let's move back to the
Fan club to
interesting
fight
window.
you.
Fight me IRL?
Yeah, I'll find you IRL.
Okay.
Okay. The smallest, tiniest, just absolute, what can only be described as giggle.
Okay. Like the ha.
Yeah. Mildly with a
posted in
pinch of
chat.
nervous.
Astral's posted in chat. I know Draconic.
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh.
I bet you
Astrals
do.
is a dragon.
Yeah, come on, let's be honest. Okay, so going up to the window, Gamilla. So while that's going on, and Gamilla seems to kind of shrug off everything that's happening, Gamilla just turns to Addilyn and goes, "You're an alchemist, right? You can fix this window."
Yes. I think.
She kind of like looks at Addilyn and goes, "I'll pay you for it."
She shrugs and looks at Albrecht and
Why not? Doesn't hurt to help.
goes and looks at the window.
Alrighty. Gamilla just like wanders off to the side. Addilyn, do me a favor and give me like your best as an artificer, right? What type of rolls do you think you would use to investigate the damage on a window? And
Investigation?
I'm not trying to lead you with investigation, right?
That is also probably one of her stronger skills.
Okay, feel free to roll and investigate. 24. Okay. You notice you find it kind of peculiar that whatever hit the window kind of cracked it all the way through. You know that the inn that's currently enchanting it is kind of just like, okay, like is the enchantment is fine. It's just physical damage from the mana being expelled by the inn. You note that you figure that you could probably repair it. But to repair this, the magical protections probably need to be brought down for a little bit.
Can you lower the magical protections even for a little bit?
Gamilla turns to you and nods, and she goes, I could do that, but to lower the magical protections would mean that anything could attack the inn. We'll probably have to ask the adventurers to defend it.
It doesn't need to be that long.
She nods. She goes, best not to take chances. Things seem to take advantage when there used to be a magical field and no longer a magical field in the air.
Not. So you can't just bring it down around the end? You have to dissipate the whole city?
No, she turns to you and she goes, no. As in, it's just for the inn. She looks at you and she goes, understand that I think a lot of people would try to take it, or there are some people that are normally welcome here that might want to take advantage of the protections of the inn being brought down.
This is a weird town.
She nods. She goes, aye.
So
She
casting mending won't actually fix the window?
No, you'll just do like a couple of rolls, like checks that you'll have to pass.
No. Like, seriously, I have a spell.
Oh, you
called
actually have a
mending.
skill called mending for it? I thought like it was
No,
like
I have a
mending for,
spell.
Yeah, the spell is
Yeah,
mending.
yeah, you
it's
could
a
totally do
pretty
it.
common spell, yeah.
Yeah,
That,
no, I
like that's what I thought you were gonna want me to do.
yeah, it was either
Realized
something
gonna
like
be this-
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize there was this big thing of having to drop the
No.
defenses to cast a 6
No, you
seconds
could.
or
No,
minute
it's just.
spell.
How long is it? It's 1 minute.
It takes a minute to cast.
Yeah. I'm guessing you want to convey this to Gamilla that it'll literally only be a minute.
It will only be a minute or two to cast the spell for each window.
She nods at you and she goes, Okay. She goes, whenever you're ready, I'll bring down the defenses.
1 moment. She rummages through her satchels and pulls out some powders and a little what's the like a fuse, like a short little fuse that looks to be like not like nylon or something, but just like wire and different chemicals.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Go for it.
And then okay, I'm ready.
So Gamilla will like put her hand up against the end wall, and anybody that's like sensitive to magic, which I'm pretty sure is the whole party, you'll feel whatever normal magical feeling that you have from being like your sense of normality kind of like dissipate, right? You feel like something's wrong, but but anybody that's within earshot understands that the defenses are down.
When that happens, she takes the powder and kind of like rubs it in the cracks and then traces that wire along it. Mm-hmm. And then she like lights it so it sparks and then casts the mending. The cool thing about artificers is you can come up with creative ways of casting the spells because they're very like scientific and like physical, not like arcane arts.
Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah. No, you go about and you go to fix that window. As you fix the window and the glass seems to mold back together, Gamilla notices that you're done and she goes, can I bring it back up?"
She nods.
Gamilla puts her hand on the inn, and as this happens, the defenses come back up, and you guys feel that emptiness of magic be refilled. She
easy
nods
peasy.
And she points to the other window that happens to have like the same issue with it, and this seems to be a thing that's repeating. So, there's not going to be any like difference or RP stuff. This is just going to be what's taking up another area. She beckons Albert over.
Albrecht.
Albrecht. Sorry.
Albert. Can we just call him Al? Is that fine? Can we call him Al?
Think like the
Hey,
bread.
Al.
No.
Albrecht.
No.
Like a bruschette.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Albrecht. Gamilla hands Albrecht a key and goes, "Your room's upstairs. Feel free to put your stuff in there. Lock up when you guys are ready. Me and the lass here are going to be fixing up the windows."
Okay. Let me grab my friend over there. Thanks for the room.
She nods.
Go save Momo.
Please save me.
Albrecht walks over to Momo and says, "Hey, Momo, I got the key to the room. Let's go get a good night's rest. Start. It's been a busy day."
Goodness. She's gonna nod, and then as she stands up, she'll sort of do a soft bow to everybody at the table.
Sorry to interrupt. Albert turns to Ellie and the other two and says, "Sorry to interrupt, by the way."
Ellie seems to nod. And what happens is that you see like Jorah smile, and he turns to Momo and he goes, "Kid, everything that happened today was not your fault."
Oof. just gonna bow again and say thank you.
And then with that, I'm guessing you guys are gonna get ready to head upstairs.
How do I do this exactly?
Yeah, I'll follow.
So you're
Albert.
gonna don't worry. I'll get you guys there in like 2 seconds. There is
Let
one
me
important
in.
thing.
Okay.
As you guys are starting to walk up the stairs, you hear what seems to be like a snickering laughter
From what direction?
coming from Ellie.
From Ellie?
Mm-hmm. And it does not sound like what would be like a normal laughter. Like almost like
so it's not in her vocal tone.
it sounds like what a normal laugh would sound like. Like,
Yeah.
you know when like someone laughs like out of hysterics?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh man. And we don't have to like roll for anything. We just straight up
Nope,
hear this.
you just know it.
Oh man, Momo's gonna turn around because that's gonna catch her off guard.
All right, it's like I turn around too.
And with that, guys, I think we're gonna take our break.
Okay.
Void.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless you guys want to keep going, we're like two.
No,
we're
I'm
almost
okay
two-
with an intermission.
Yeah, we're like almost 2.5 hours in, guys. I think it's good for a break time.
Okay.
Welcome back, guys. So, as you're walking up the stairs, I guess I need to. Oh no, you're good. I gotta move someone else off here because you guys are in. Okay, so as you guys move up the stairs, you heard cackling. The cackling seems to have come from behind you, where Ellie is, and Ellie is sitting there, just laughing.
Okay.
Like
I guess
hysterics.
This is a good time as any.
Yeah.
I can do this one more time. I'll use Divine Sense.
You and I'm guessing you're focusing on Ellie, right?
Well, it's 60 feet around where.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Sorry, my bad.
mainly in
I
that
keep
direction,
forgetting
yeah.
that it's not like directed.
Mhm.
You feel that there's some sort of like, you remember the presence of the Fae that you felt before?
Yep.
You feel that same exact thing before, where it's neither good nor evil, but it's a force of nature, and it seems to be in the air around Ellie, but herself is not. You do not detect evil in her. You detect some sort of good.
Oh. Okay.
But the air around
Interesting.
her and the atmosphere around her seems to give off the Fae feeling.
It's like so I turned to Momo and I said, "Feel something I'm getting a similar feeling how I felt the festival last time. I took a minute to analyze the situation. Let's go before we go upstairs. Let's just go check on Ellie one more time, okay?"
She nods and she's absolutely gonna follow because the look of fear that she gave, because that's a little spooky. And she's
Listen,
gonna
it'll be
also
okay.
like check
It'll be okay. It'll be okay,
how
Mom.
Jorah is reacting to that.
It'll be okay, Momo. I'm here. I know it's scary.
Okay, as you walk down, you see that Jorah's like gripping her hands tight, but like Ellie's like in hysterics almost. Kind of like leaning back and like cackling and laughing, like you don't know what's going on.
Jorah, what's wrong with Ellie?
So in this moment, before we continue, I have to ask Furiously a question. Furiously, are you still asleep on the roof?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. This is tomorrow, Shaz. No problem.
yeah.
Dare.
So, he,
I mean, are you saying there's something going on that I need to wake up for?
No. If there was,
Good.
I'd be like, I would make an event that would cause you to wake up. Does that make sense?
I like it. It does.
Like, that's not, I would never have someone unwillingly miscombat. If that makes sense.
Oh, sure.
I would give you chances to get into combat or get into the sword.
Yeah,
DM
sounds
note.
good.
So what happens is that Jorah's kind of like gripping her hands, like not tight because you could tell that he would probably hurt her hands, but like you see that Ellie's like eyes are like dilated and she's like holding her head back, crackling, or not crackling, cackling.
What is that? It's just oh.
Well,
Ooh.
Joy, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening to Ellie?
Jorah kind of just turns to you and goes, "Listen, don't you guys remember what happened later earlier when the Fae hit her and like took away her?
With her.
Yeah, they took away her patron. I can only guess. I don't know. I haven't seen anything else like this.
She found a new patron.
Stella
or
turns
a new
and
patron
goes,
found her.
Yeah, Stella turns to you guys and goes, "Can't you bloody see it? Her new patron are the Fae."
Oh boy, that's not good.
Momo will
good,
chime
bad.
in and say that Ellie did mention that she was hearing voices of the Fae.
Oh. Maybe we can try to communicate with her patron somehow.
So, in this moment when you say that, Ellie's eyes kind of just like open wide, and like the tuft of hair in front of her face, like you know, like that like little like swirl in front of her face,
Sure.
almost seems to change color to like a purple.
Okay.
She, as a normal blonde-haired elf, you guys notice that this is not something that should happen with elves.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you and she goes, "You dare invoke us, immortal, or you mortals? What do you want with the Fae?"
Oh, we don't want anything with the Fae. I don't want anything with the Fae.
She kind of like looks at you. and she goes,
Who invoked you? Who here invoked you?
"You did. You asked to speak to her patron. We are here."
Oh, right. What do you want with Ellie?
She goes, "The wet one denied our gift, so we gave it to someone else. Gifts manifest in different ways in different people."
But what did you do with her? But what did you? She had a. She had. Oh, God. Okay, hold on.
You're good.
You are her new patron. What of her former patron?
I gotta think of how the Fae would respond to this. The Fae kind of like raspberry, so they go, "That old thing, that old stinker. He's gone back to wherever he came from. We're here now. She doesn't need anybody else but us."